Hello Internet, it's me again, and it's another video where I'm using the scope. Okay, yeah, I have the base car's out there, but we need a new base car anyway because that one's fallen apart. So, how much power do you lose through voltage drop? Let's find out. Firstly, I want to give a shout out to my mate Sam over at BearVids, who's just helped me fix this Sundown SAE 600. Thank you very much, mate. Legend. So most of you that watch the channel by now will realise that obviously this is a scope. This is a 40Hz wave because I always use a 40Hz wave. It's just the easiest one to get to, and you'll understand that obviously amps have rail voltage inside them. So if you know about rail voltage, I'll just demonstrate it for you here. You can see here you've got the line that's peaking across the top there, line peaking across the bottom there. These are your rails that your speaker wave oscillates in between. When you go past that with your speaker wave, you end up with clip, which is what these flat points are here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower the power supply voltage 1 volt at a time, and I'm going to show you how these rails shrink and how much smaller the wave gets. So we're going to work out how much power you actually lose, how much percentage of power you lose per volt of voltage drop. So for reference, this wave is 32.1 volts RMS, and that is a completely clean wave at this point. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to drop this down to 14 volts. Now you'll see we've got a bit of clip on there. So I'm going to adjust the amp so we have no clip there. So we're down at 2930 volts. So not a big drop there at all. I think we've still got a little bit of soft clip, so we'll just take that out. It's alright, that's me hitting the switch. 29 volts to be clean again. Okay, wonderful. So then what we'll do is we'll drop it another volt, shall we? So we're down to 13 volts. You'll see we've got the same amount of clip. So we're at 29 volts. Let's clean that up. About there. So we're now at 27 volts. Wonderful. I'll make a graph at the end to make this really clear. So then we're going to drop down to 12 volts. A little bit more. There we go. 12 volts. 11, 9, 12. 12, 1. 12, 1. Sorry, we'll keep it 12, 1. So we're at 26 volts. Let's go down again. Get this wave nice and clean. 25 volts. Lovely. We've still got a teeny bit of clip on the top of the wave there, but nothing too much to worry about. Now this is where we get into the bit where people say, make sure you don't go below 12 volts. But there's no load on this amp. It's just my probe, so nothing's going to blow up. So we're on 12 volts. Let's go down to 11 volts. Come on, give me one more. There we go. Got the same square wave. A little bit on the top there. There we go. So we're clean. So we're now at 23 volts. Let's go down to 10 volts. Which is what all the memes are about. At 10 volts. Need to clean this up. 20 volts. Now let's go to 9 volts because I think this amp stays on at 9 volts. And my track has ended. Load, you bastard. Okay, so now we're at 9 volts. Let's clean it up. So now we're at 18. 18 volts. That's how much we're getting out of this at 9 volts. You'll see that if we try and go up at all we do is end up in clip. So if you're trying to push the same amount of gain through this amp at 9 volts as to when the rails were back up here at 32 volts, you are going to have boff, square, and you're going to cook everything. Just to make things a bit clearer, I've written everything down for people. So let's say that absolute 100% at 15 volts is 32.1 RMS as we worked out. Every volt you go down, you then drop down to, so 14 volts 92%, 13 volts 85%, 12 volts 80%, 11 volts 72%, 10 volt is 62%. At 9 volt you're losing just over half of your amp's power. That's mad. And because I'm a lovely guy, what I've actually gone and done is drawn a graph. Happy, still happy, not very happy, it's getting a bit warm, everything's on fire, oh my god, my life's ended. Obviously you've got your input voltage over here and you've got your output voltage over here. It's pretty telling. So boys and girls, don't be an idiot. Look after your voltage supply. And if you can't look after your voltage supply, turn your amp down. Otherwise, you're just going to kill stuff. Have a good day. Stay safe. I'll see you around.